Hey, what's up, guys? Max here. So, a lot of love for this girl, Scarlet Witch. Got a chance to test her in the beta server here at a rank 4. Now, the rank 4 options inside the server are not plentiful. So, you only get one every month. And guess what? I used it up on Scarlet Witch. And the reason there's two, maybe three potential major reasons why I did this. The first one is because I like Scarlet Witch. I wanted her way back when she was first introduced, and she was really powerful. Got nerfed a bit. Now she got a new synergy, which it made her extremely powerful for about 24 hours, and then that got reworked so that that synergy between her brother Quicksilver and classic Scarlet Witch didn't make Scarlet Witch an overpowerful champion. I gotta say, yeah, it probably was OP because I was dealing showcasing this. So you actually saw a few showcases dealing over 1 million damage. Now, keep in mind, a lot of it had to be based off RNG. It wasn't just a like, oh, she does this all the time. It was really RNG based, and you had to kind of have everything lined up for you and just knock out that special too. But now I figured, since the rumor was that she might have been coming out into the game, as we saw her profile in the game files in the game itself, and then it was all confirmed when she was being offered for cash 2 times, whether you spent $50 or $100 for the girl. Right now, I was able to take her up in the beta up to SIG 200 rank 4. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new to this content or to the channel. We only get to rank 4 a champion, one champion a month, and I decided to use my token on Scarlet Witch Classic. The other reason why I decided to do this is because anybody out there, now that she's actually being sold to the community, I figured, hey, let's bring out some content on her. And whether you want to invest, not only do you have to get her as a 6-star, whether she comes out in the arenas or the cap crystals, you're going to have to get her awakened and to a sig level of 200. She really needs the signature stones, and she needs to be at 200 because you need to be proccing those crits. Now, that's a lot of investment on a very, very old champion, but is she worth it? Even with the new buff synergy that she got and kind of rework that we now know it's only 3 prowess. Now, Kabam doesn't want you to build a team or have a team around one champion. From my understanding, from what I was able to gather, they don't like that. They want you to have, like, which makes sense. There's over 200 champions, 220, 230. I forget the number. Leave it in the comments if you remember or know the number of how many champions available are to play right now inside the game. But there's so many, so they want you to use a couple of different options to kind of complete the quest. So they don't want one champion, and we've been seeing that a lot with Hercules to kind of go in there and complete the quest. So this is what I decided to go and test out, is this team. Now, this team is still really good because you got Magneto, you got Storm, 2 very powerful champions. You got the witches, classic Scarlet Witch that ideally is going to be taking on most of the fights, and you got the new champion Quicksilver. So I went ahead and took some fights. I'm gonna showcase you and talk over some of the fights that you're gonna be seeing here me take on, but let me know your thoughts. I'll give you at the end of the video my final thoughts on how I feel about Scarlet Witch after watching and testing her the way I did on this video. So hope you guys enjoy, but let's get into the gameplay. Okay, so here we're going to be going up against that Winter Soldier, and we're going to be talking quick. This fight's going to go by really quick. So we go up against that Winter Soldier. Idea is to go work our way up to a special 2. Once we get that special 2, hopefully we have some prowess, and we can basically launch that and give as much damage as possible. Now, I am doing a couple of good crits. You see there, 13k was the biggest. Now, here's the big special 2. I do have 3 additional buffs: the Fury, the crit, and the synergy prowess that I get for Scarlet Witch, making that damage up to 406,000 damage. Now, that one special 2 dropped them to 8%. Winter Soldier is pretty much done at this point, and then we're just going to finish him off with a special 1. So take a look at the special 1. A little bit of an overkill there with 181k crit there at the end. Like I said, this fight was incredibly fast. It took 20 seconds to do a Winter Soldier fight. Now, is this also happening all the time? No. Like I said earlier, it's got to be based off a lot of RNG. So here we're going to go into the second fight against Captain Marvel Classic. Probably seeing the same thing. You know, we're seeing basically me go up to a special 2 because that's what you want to do. Special 2 is the biggest damage of them all. And we're pretty much stacked, ready to go. We did drop our crits, but guess what? 407 at 1%, class advantage. Man, she should have been KO, but that 1%, I guess, issue, bug, whatever they want to call it, it's not letting me get the KO. But we're going to take a look at how quickly this fight went down. Also feels like it went fairly quick. That was a 23-second fight when it comes to using Scarlet Witch on a class advantage champion. Like I said, these fights are going extremely fast. Now, here we're seeing me take a different team. Now, a team that's not really based around Scarlet Witch. So the only synergy that I have here is his Quicksilver synergy. And I figured I'd bring these like random teams or champions because you might end up using these champions for whatever node for, you know, a path that you might be wanting to take. But you still want to bring Scarlet Witch because she is amazing. Now, you know, you got her as a 6-star. You took her to rank 4, you know, you invested your resources. Ideally, if you're taking it to rank 4, you're using the 6 stones to get her to level 200. Well, there we go. We got a 256k crit there with a special 2. It's not the same as a 400 k crit, but it's still really good. You know, it's not as powerful as it was a few weeks ago when we were seeing like damages of like 700,000, close to 1 million. But you know, I think ideally, again, based off RNG, if you have an RNG on your side and you can kind of control the fight, not take a big hit, there's no poisons or bleeds being applied to you, I think you should be doing okay with bringing Scarlet Witch with her brother Synergy. There we finished the fight with a 156k crit. Biggest hit was a 256, and the fight did last a little longer than 20 seconds. It lasted 55 seconds, close to a minute, close to what other champions are doing when it comes to normal fights. Now here, we're going to just jump right into the second fight to see how we compare. Same thing, same situation. Ideally, we're going to be seeing how that special 2 does damage again. You know, that's the idea. Is Scarlet Witch is based around the special 2, and hopefully she crits a lot so that way you can gain some buffs. And the proudness that we're seeing there, which is the cap is 3. It wasn't, just so you guys know what I mean by it, it was easier before there was no cap. Okay, so that was a 300k crit there. Didn't want to talk about that, and now she's at 22% health. Again, class advantage does help out a lot. And I think, I don't know if I go ahead and finish this off with a special one. I do at 101k crit there. So again, class advantage did help in this fight a whole lot. So here we're going to be doing another test. I don't know if you got that, but my name at the top had a green border around it, meaning I'm boosted. So I'm fully boosted here with 2 boost on just to see if we can improve the damage out there. The Synergy team did change a little bit. I had Storm on the previous testing. Now I believe it's going to be Wolverine. But here we're working our way to a special 2, kind of in a good position. See if we can launch. I lost a crit there, but it was still over 300 damage on that special 2. See if we can finish this fight as long as I can get into a special 1. There we go. And I think, yeah, we launch it. Non-crit, 48,000. So we're going to be looking, see if it shows right now. The biggest hit was, that special 2 at 304. Now, this fight, I go ahead and activate the Mystic Special Boost, basically 12% more damage on all special attacks. And kind of looking for some big numbers. I'm really trying to do everything in my power. If, let's say, you're going up against a difficult path, and you just want to make it easy on yourself, maybe you want to boost up, maybe you don't run suicides, or you do just for maximum damage, you can do, this is what I wanted to showcase. Well, that was a 340k crit, followed with a special 1, which was extremely fast. Again, another quick fight, but don't see much improvement besides a couple of seconds. And I think you're boosting way too much just to save yourself 4 to 5 seconds. But That was a 20-second fight. Here's a class advantage situation, same boost. This is fully boosted now. Again, see how we do with a special 2. Maybe if we have to finish it off with a special 1. I was hoping to have these fights finished with a special 2, but it looked like from all my testing that was 387k crit. Now these numbers are impressive. I mean, I might not sound as excited to it, but these are good, impressive numbers. Like, you can do that like within seconds of the fight. Again, remember, 6-star, rank 4, SIG 200, Scarlet Witch. Now we finished the fight with 118k crit. So the fight lasted 29 seconds. Not bad, right? Not bad, but yeah, fully boosted. All right, guys, so here's my final thoughts on Scarlet Witch after some casual testing. Nothing big when it comes to, like, obviously she's not in my actual account. Nothing big when it comes to like actual testing her in Alliance War or Alliance Quest situations. Those I think were going to be a little bit more tricky. She's going to really shine, I think, in those areas if you want to take a risk. Again, a lot of it has to do based on RNG, but I think she's really going to shine in questing. Questing is kind of where you have your full team. Maybe you just bring the 1 or 2 synergies. Maybe you create a synergy accidentally that improves the ability of her getting crits. So that way she procs more buffs. And so, who knows what other teams or what other champions are coming in the future that might end up helping Scarlet Witch in one way or another. So overall, should you or I, mainly I'm consider myself as like, should I be focusing on getting this champion and ranking her up to rank 4? I gotta say, there is possibly like that 80% chance of me saying yes, and then there's that 20% chance that just like, nah. There's a lot of resources, and it's because it's a lot of RNG and it's not guaranteed. That is the very unfortunate part of things. But let's say you're a big fan of Scarlet Witch, like I said, like I am, and you get lucky of getting her very quickly. You're not investing too much cash, actually, since she's being sold for cash into it, or you have the time to possibly grind for her whenever she does get introduced in the arena. Then and you have mystic resources expiring or on your overflow, and you have nothing to figure out who to invest them in, then yes, I would say Scarlet Witch is going to be good. Now this again showcases at a rank 4 to give you an idea if you're considering taking her to rank 4. It seems like a lot of the community now has a very huge amount of rank 4 options. Battlegrounds is a big situation here coming up. It's not live as of the recording of this, but is a Scarlet Witch helpful as a rank 4 in Battlegrounds? I don't see her because it being that great, but maybe again, if you get some good RNG, you might be able to take down the fight fairly quickly. Overall, very fun champion. Again, I keep saying it and I keep reminding it myself and you guys watching too that this is really based on RNG. But good luck everybody out there. If you got Scarlet Witch, if you're considering ranking her up, you already know you've been playing her. Whether you can take her to SIG 200, it's going to be really important for at least Scarlet Witch. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments. What you think of this, demonstration. Do you like the changes? And guys, drop a like on the video. I would appreciate it a lot. Anything you think I should be improving on these type of videos, let me know as well. I'm always looking out for feedback. I appreciate it a lot. Take care. Peace.